Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So I think one of the things that I've been really struggling with in this quarantine and just at my sister lock journey is my sister locks. I've been really struggling with my sister locks because of the damage to my sister locks that I did when I bleached them. So my hair has thinned out a lot. I mean, I know it doesn't look it, but it's really thinned out, and some of my locks, well, most of my locks are very unhealthy. And I'm gonna try to come in and find a few to show you guys, okay, what I'm dealing with. So one of the things I'm dealing with is that I will have like thick, thin, or thick and then super thin. The parts that, oh gosh, I lost it. The parts of my locks that the bleaching thinned out, that shed, this is what I'm having to deal with. So as you can see on this lock, especially when you stretch it, you have thick, thin, thick. And I have this all over my head, like all over my head. And it's really starting to get on my nerves. So what I did, if I can find one of them. So what I've been doing is I have been combining my sister locks. So case in point is like a lock like this. If I zoom in, hopefully you guys can see this. You might not be able to see it, but this is like a 2-strand twist. So I've started to find thin damaged locks in my hair that I can combine with another one beside them in order to get what a healthy lock should have looked like. All my locks used to be like this thick, and now I have ones that are this thick, super thin in comparison, and I'll put them side by side so you can see what I mean. Hold on, if I could find this lock again. Okay, here it is. So here I would have a lock that should be the thickness of my lock at this 5-year stage, and then a lock that has been thinned out from hair shedding due to bleaching. Okay, this is the difference. Do you see it? It's a stark difference. Another thing that I have been dealing with I should say, broken locks. So I repaired some of my locks because I can attach it. And if you scroll down through my videos, you'll see a reattachment video from like eons ago that I got a lot of positive feedback. I think there's like a couple of people that pressed the thumbs down. I don't know why, and I really don't care. But yeah, so I got some really good feedback on that one. And it really does work. I didn't want to reattach locks in this specific area because I just wanted them to grow organically, you know, but that's not been happening. So, when you don't want to expose your secret, them, you don't want people to know about your weakness, but I'm just going to show it anyways because we overcome by the power of our testimony. Amen. So my hairline, Jesus God of mercy. So every time I have a child, I lose my hair, and it's particularly around my hairline. And I've been suffering from postpartum hair shedding forever because, especially since I'm still breastfeeding her. She's almost 3 and she won't come off my titty them. So anywho, the locks around my hairline have suffered from this madness. And before, this was like totally bare, but they're starting to grow, right? I can always pick them out. So what I end up with are these like short locks along my hairline, right? 1, 2, and there's one here. And I'm really just kind of fed up with it. I'm fed up of my hairline breakage. And once again, I'm dealing with the thin and the thick. So I'll put my hair, so here, and you can see it's kind of thick, thin, super thick. And I've been dealing with this, and I'm really just irritated by all of this now. And I've decided, like, I'm gonna cut off my sister locks. So I'm gonna cut my sister locks off and start my journey over. But before I cut my sister locks off, this is the other side. So all of this was like empty, like yam out, gone, empty. And it's starting to grow back. So what I did was, instead of creating new locks, I just twist the hair that's growing up. Like when I wash it, I finger coil it and just let them stay so it can catch, because I don't want to establish locks when my hair is too short. And then, you know, when you establish locks too quickly, it can break, right? Because there's just too much stress on that small patch of hair from when, you know, I don't know, I get slippage because my hair is soft, especially around my hairline. So I get slippage, and then what will end up is, if I establish a lock when my hair is short, it'll slip, and then I end up with a ball of hair at the end. And that ball of hair at the end weighs down the area that has slipped because it's not established enough, and then it just breaks off, and then I have to keep starting over and over and over again. So I finally decided I'm not going to establish any locks along my hairline again until it's like this long. Like I'm not going to do it. So I just finger coil it. And if it pulls out, it pulls out. I just finger coil it back. I will not establish locks along my hairline until it is properly grown again. Like I'm so tired of starting over. So I'm gonna cut my sister locks off. I just can't deal with this anymore. I'm so irritated by it. Like, there's so many areas in my head that has these thinned out locks. And what really bugs me is, you know, I look at pictures of when my locks were full and healthy, and I'm just like, Carrie, why did you ruin your locks? I don't even know why I dyed my hair black to begin with, because it just ruined my hair. And I'm in my bathroom, and I know it's my bathroom, but I'm having a little bit of a breakdown, and I just feel like literally buzzing my hair. I'm just so over all of this. I'm so over all of it. Like, I'm so frustrated. I'm frustrated that my hair broke off after having the baby. I'm frustrated that it thinned out because I bleached it and ruined my hair. I'm frustrated that I dyed it black to begin with. I'm frustrated that I keep cutting it. And, you know, like, my locks were long. Like, they were like boob length, and then I kept cutting it, and then I cut it here, and it's grown back. See, like, it's already grown back to here. But I think I'm gonna go up to here because I just wanna cut off the ends. Like, one of the things that I'm dealing with, and I'll show you, is the ends of my locks are unraveling. And as they unravel, they just break off. Here's one. I wish I had a better camera, but hold on, let me find one that this camera might show up. Because I just use my phone, and right now, like, I'm in my bathroom and this lighting is really bad. Okay, so this is a lock. This is the end of the lock. I can just go like this. Do you see? Like, the end is completely unraveled. I can go like this, and it just comes off. Pieces just come off every day. It just comes off. My sister was like, roll it and establish it, but I have like 5,000 of these things in my head. I cannot roll every single sister lock, and I'm really just over it. Like, all the ends of my locks have unraveled, and I could just go like this. Ooh, there's another piece, comes right off. This is what happens when you bleach your locks. Like, it completely ruins your hair. And see, one by one, See that? See that? One by one, all of my locks are like that. Like majority of them, just all of it is just, and I'm over it. I'm done with it. And I just feel like I need to cut my locks off and start over. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut them shorter. I can't cut them on camera because I need to see what I'm doing, and I can't see without my glasses. Like I'm just talking to this by faith, but I'm gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut them to here. I'm so tired. Like I'm so tired, and just so I'm tired of beating myself up for ruining my hair, but I can't help but do it on a daily basis. Every time I encounter the changes in my locks and every time I encounter difficulties. So, you know, I'm just gonna end this video and just say to everyone that has sister locks or locks, don't bleach your hair. Like if you want your hair color to be different, you know, and you want to do it on your own, like box color, but don't put that, you know, people put that 40%, 20%, and then they do, you know, the color, and then they say, well, if you condition it, it will ruin your locks. It will change the texture of your locks, and slowly the hairs in your locks will start to shed. And as they shed, your locks gets thinner and thinner, weaker and weaker, and then they just pop off. And if you have sister locks, see, I'm combining two of them right now. Like on its own, this is one lock. Did you see this foolishness? Like that's how thinned out. This is how thinned out my hair got. So I find a friend and I just two-strand them down, hoping that they will mesh, because I watched a video and the girl said she did that and hers bonded and thickened back up. But when I know what I've come from, like I don't have the patience to wait another 5 years for my hair to recover. Like I'm just over it. I'm planning to cut it short, and then when this COVID nonsense is over, I'm going to shave the sides, leave the top, you know, do a little dread mohawk for a little bit, and then I'm just gonna cut off that mohawk part. And I don't care what my head shape is. I'm gonna have a fade, and I'm just gonna start my hair journey over. I just want fresh hair to start with, and just when I get to a certain length again, I'll start my lock journey over. But I'm not gonna do small sister locks. Like I'm gonna do like interlocks. I'm gonna do like micro locks. I think I would like to do that instead, a little bit larger than sister locks. And yeah, I'm just, oh my God. Like, okay, look at this, guys. This is what I'm dealing with, and this is what happens when you stretch it. It just breaks off, breaks right off. And that's a lock in my head. So I'm gonna cut it again, and then I'm gonna just have fun with it until I cut it off. This has been an absolute nightmare. I don't even want to cry on camera, but this has been a nightmare. And I could be so far in my lock journey, but so many bumps along the road. But this has definitely been a learning experience, and when I do start over again, I know what mistakes never to make and go from there. Like I said, guys, don't bleach your locks. This is the foolishness that will end up happening, so just don't do it. God bless.